Imagine you're planning a trip. Would you rather drive 500 miles or take a 1-hour flight? For many, flying feels inherently scarier, despite mountains of data showing it's incredibly safe. It's a classic paradox. We often fear things that are statistically unlikely, while barely batting an eye at everyday activities that pose a much higher actual risk. What's going on inside our heads? Welcome to the mind-bending world of risk perception. This isn't just about understanding danger. It's about how our brains feel danger. And those two things are often wildly different. In simple terms, risk perception is our subjective judgment about the characteristics and severity of a risk. It's your personal gut feeling about how dangerous something is, which can be very different from the objective, scientific assessment. Why the disconnect? Because our brains aren't just supercomputers crunching data. Our evaluation of danger is heavily influenced by a cocktail of emotions, personal experiences, cultural values, and tricky cognitive biases. For instance, if you've personally experienced a negative event, like a minor car accident, your brain will naturally assign a higher risk to driving, even if the overall statistics haven't changed. Our memories are powerful risk filters. Cultural values also play a huge role. What one society deems a minor inconvenience, another might perceive as a grave threat, shaping collective fears and priorities in ways that science might not predict. Our brains also love shortcuts, leading to cognitive biases. For example, the availability heuristic makes us overestimate risks that are easy to recall, like dramatic plane crashes, because they get more media attention. Another big factor is perceived control. Driving a car feels safer because you are in control, even though accidents are common. On a plane, you're a passenger, and that lack of control can feel terrifying. Let's revisit our flight versus drive dilemma. Objectively, flying is one of the safest modes of transportation. The odds of dying in a plane crash are astronomically low, like 1 in 11 million. Meanwhile, driving is far riskier. The odds of dying in a car crash are closer to 1 in 100 over a lifetime. Yet, we hop into our cars daily without a second thought, often feeling perfectly safe. Why the difference in perception? Plane crashes, while rare, are catastrophic and highly publicized, making them emotionally vivid and easily recalled. Car crashes, though common, are often localized and less dramatic in media. Consider natural disasters. Tsunamis, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions are terrifying, and rightly so. But how much time do we spend worrying about the actual daily risks lurking in our own homes? Falls, poisoning, and fires in the home cause far more injuries and deaths annually than most natural disasters combined. These boring risks don't trigger the same emotional alarm bells or media frenzy. The dread of a rare, catastrophic event often overshadows the cumulative danger of common, less dramatic hazards. Our perception is skewed by the intensity of the potential outcome, not just its probability. This also applies to our health. Many people worry intensely about trace chemicals in their food or specific superfoods, while overlooking the fundamental impact of their overall diet and lifestyle choices. The media often sensationalizes specific health scares or diet fads, making them feel like immediate, massive threats or cures. This can divert attention from the more mundane, but statistically far more impactful, health habits. Understanding risk perception isn't just a fun brain exercise. It has huge implications for how we make decisions, from personal health choices to public policy, and even how we respond to global challenges. For example, public fear of certain technologies, despite scientific consensus on their safety, can delay or prevent innovations that could genuinely benefit society, simply due to perceived dangers. On a personal level, recognizing our own biases and risk perception can help us make more rational choices. Whether it's planning a trip, choosing what to eat, or even deciding how to spend our free time. So, the next time you feel a surge of fear about something, pause and ask yourself, is this an objective assessment of the risk, or is my brain playing tricks on me with emotions and biases? The mind-blowing takeaway is this. Our perception of risk is a complex tapestry woven from facts, feelings, and experiences. It's a powerful reminder that our subjective reality isn't always aligned with objective truth. Understanding this helps us become more critical thinkers, empowering us to make better, more informed decisions in a world full of both real and imagined dangers. Embrace the data, but acknowledge your feelings. So go out there, explore the world, and remember that knowledge is your best tool against irrational fear. Stay curious, and we'll see you next time on Science Sketch.